This video is for informational and educational purposes only. It is not financial advice, medical advice, psychological counseling, or a substitute for professional therapy. If you are experiencing financial anxiety or emotional challenges, please consult a licensed professional. The stories you'll hear are composite examples inspired by common patterns. Names and details have been changed to protect privacy. For childhood beliefs, often formed before age 7, may still be shaping the way you handle money today. These beliefs aren't obvious. They often live deep in the unconscious. But once you start to notice them, many of your financial struggles begin to make sense. If this is your first time here, welcome. You don't need to have seen the previous video to benefit from today's insights, but you can always go back and watch part 1 later. In that first video, we explored how hidden fears can sabotage financial success. Today, we'll look at 4 of the most common childhood beliefs that quietly block abundance. Childhood belief number 1. Money changes people in bad ways. This often begins when a child sees someone they know change negatively after coming into money, or hears adults say things like, "Money corrupts people," or "Rich people are selfish." Take James's story, for example. He grew up in a loving family where his parents often said, "We may not have much money, but we have each other." Or, "Rich people don't know what real love is." While these statements were meant to create gratitude and family bonding, they also taught James that wealth and love couldn't exist together. As an adult, James often felt forced to choose between financial success and emotional connection. He left high-paying jobs to protect his relationships, or turned down promotions to avoid more time away from family. His unconscious mind had absorbed the message that you couldn't have both wealth and love. This belief often shows up as fear of becoming someone you don't recognize, worry that money will corrupt your values, or anxiety that success will damage your relationships. Childhood belief number 2. I don't deserve more than my family had. This is sometimes called loyalty poverty. Children are deeply loyal to their families, and sometimes that loyalty turns into an unconscious promise not to outturn their parents. Maria, for instance, grew up in a hard-working family that still struggled financially. Her parents sacrificed a lot for her. As an adult, Maria became a talented artist, but she kept her prices much lower than she could have, even with a waiting list of clients. Deep down, Maria felt guilty about the idea of earning more than her parents ever had. She believed that financial success would somehow dishonor their struggles. Her unconscious thought was, if it wasn't possible for them, it's not okay for me either. This belief can appear as guilt when you earn more than your family, discomfort with visible signs of wealth, or self-sabotage whenever your lifestyle begins to exceed what you grew up with. Childhood belief number 3. Having money makes you a target. This belief forms when children see or hear that having more money brings danger, criticism, or jealousy. Maybe they saw wealthy people being judged, or their own family was criticized for having slightly more than others. David's family owned a small business in a community where many neighbors struggled financially. Even though his family wasn't rich, they were more comfortable than most. David watched his parents worry constantly about jealousy, criticism, and even safety. As an adult, David unconsciously kept himself at the same financial level as those around him. Every time his income rose above his peers, anxiety would set in, and he would find ways to bring it back down to what felt safe. This belief often shows up as fear of standing out, anxiety about how others will react to your success, or hiding your financial growth. Childhood belief number 4. Money is scarce and hard to come by. This one may sound obvious, but it's more subtle than just growing up poor. It often develops when children live in a household where money talk was filled with stress and fear. Even middle-class families can pass on scarcity programming if the emotional tone around money was tense. Lisa, for example, grew up in a middle-class family, but she constantly heard phrases like, "Money doesn't grow on trees. We can't afford that. And you have to work hard for every penny." These statements created a strong connection between money and struggle in her nervous system. As an adult, Lisa found it hard to accept money that came easily, whether it was a referral bonus, a gift, or a lucky break. Her unconscious belief was that money must be difficult, so easy money felt unsafe. This belief can appear as compulsive overworking, rejecting financial opportunities, or feeling that you don't deserve money unless you've struggled for it. Recognition and awareness. Now that you know these 4 beliefs, take a moment to reflect on which ones sound familiar to you. Most people carry more than one, and that's completely normal. It's important to remember, these beliefs made sense when they formed. Your young mind was simply trying to keep you safe and help you belong. They're not flaws or failures, they were survival strategies. But beliefs that once protected you may now be holding you back. A belief that kept you loyal to your family might now prevent you from thriving. A belief that kept you safe from criticism may now keep you from success. Awareness is the first step toward change. Simply identifying which beliefs may be active in your life begins to loosen their grip on your financial reality. In the next video, we'll go step by step through a practical process to begin reshaping these beliefs and creating new, empowering patterns around money. For now, I invite you to journal about which belief feels most true for you. Write down your earliest money memories, what you heard, what you saw, what you felt. This reflection will prepare you for the deeper work ahead. Remember, these beliefs were formed to protect you. Healing them is not about judgment, it's about compassion. You're not broken for carrying them. You're human, and you're courageous for choosing to transform them. If this was helpful, please subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss part 3. And I'd love to hear from you. Which of these 4 beliefs resonates most with your experience? Share your thoughts below, and share this video with someone who might benefit from it.